How are you anticipating these changes in the military sentencing guidelines affecting your, I guess, strategy leading up to a trial?
I'm not sure if the strategy is going to change because we play to win. People don't typically hire us to plead guilty. People hire us to go win their case. And while I can't win every case, I go with the mindset of when someone hires me, they hire us to win. So how do we win this case? Now, that being said, if I have a case where there's overwhelming evidence against our client and the ability to win is decreased, where I can have an honest conversation with the client and say, hey, you've got a lot of bad facts. And if we take this to trial, you're potentially walking into an ambush. Then we start working towards getting a better deal or a plea agreement. But all of that's going to change now with these mandatory minimums and these guidelines. And so what it's going to cause us to do, I think we're going to be I think our office is going to be trying a lot more cases because we're not going to be willing to just take these mandatory minimums and let our clients go to prison for these long extended periods of time. It's going to put the onus more on the lawyer to really fight these charges. Now, the other piece of this is it's going to cause more creative deal making. What I mean by that is, let's say you have a rape charge, which is a category 4 offense where you're facing 10 to 20 years for each offense. Well, now maybe in the plea agreements, we're going to be trying to, if we do a plea, it's going to be LIOs or lesser included offenses, where an accused can take responsibility for a lesser included offense that doesn't have those mandatory minimums in a lower category offense. So what it's going to cause us to do is be a lot more creative with the plea agreements we do and the negotiations, because we're going to need to essentially plea clients guilty as long as they are in fact guilty to that offense. And it makes sense to plead guilty, but we need to be very mindful of what category of offense we're pleading to, because it's going to have dramatic outcomes on these plea agreements. So on our end, it's going to be really more strategic and mindful negotiations about how we plead based on the offense level of whatever they're pleading guilty to. If you're under investigation for or have been accused of a crime that occurred in 2024 or after, you are facing harsh punishments under the mandatory sentencing guidelines. Please reach out to us so we can explain these guidelines to you and how to actually win your case and not end up in prison. You can reach us at 813-669-3500 or book a consultation with me on our website at www.bileckilawgroup.com.